Hi, my name is Vala and I worked on the case background for this case.
I'm Chris. I worked on the central issue identification.
I'm Parker Marks. I worked on the three possible solutions.
I'm Ryan, and I worked on the best way to resolve the central issue at hand.
Vitality Health Enterprises was founded in 1987 in Ames, Iowa by Hikaru Fred Kikuchi. He came up with the concept after his wife complained of not being able to find the same quality of products since immigrating from Japan. He was able to begin importing small quantities of eye, face, lip, and nail products to the United States. Kikuchi began working from his garage, marketing his products to neighbors and many local organizations, typically staffed by women. Within 3 months, Kikuchi had made over $15,000 in sales due to his promotions and growing awareness from word of mouth. He worked like this for nearly 2 years until import tariffs, supply constraints made him re-examine his business model. In 1989, Vitality established its own manufacturing facility in Ames in order to become more independent from rebranded Japanese products. Kikuchi hired senior cosmetic chemists from Japan to create unique product formulas and an experienced manufacturing engineer to run the facility. By 1991, Kikuchi had successfully broken the ties between the company and Japanese finished goods suppliers and had his business bringing in about $3 million per year. By 1994, Vitality's products were on the shelves in the United States and Canada. The company was launched to global markets by 1995. The global economic crisis in 2008 hindered Vitality's economic growth. Level earnings, rising material costs, and concerns over Kikuchi's personal health led the board to decide it was time to bring in fresh blood. The company recruited Beth Williams as the new CEO. She brought a disciplined operational mindset and was known throughout the industry for being able to reduce global production costs. By bringing in a new CEO, the company sought to leverage new ideas to launch the company into an era of growth. James Hoffman was the newly appointed Vice President of Human Resources. The company was experiencing so much success in 2011, and Hoffman feared that the chain of success would lead employees down a path of ineffective performance. CEO Williams put him in charge of the new performance management evaluation team.
For his role in leading the new performance management evaluation team, Hoffman was tasked with retrieving data that either supports or questions the current performance evaluation systems and presenting that data to the board of directors. Being the Vice President of Human Resources, Hoffman would need to bring a new evaluation and compensation program to the board meeting if it is found that the current system does not work as efficiently as it should. He found that the current system is better than the previous system in some regards. However, comments from employees and managers indicate that there is more work that needs to be done. The main issue Hoffman faces is he needs to decide if the current system is good enough or if it should be revised or scrapped entirely. If it needs revision, he needs to decide what exactly could be changed and what should stay. If Hoffman and the Human Resource Department fails to reach a valid decision and fails to update the performance evaluation system if needed, employees of Vitality will be quick to lose their confidence in their compensation and move to other organizations.
Issue resolution, three possible solutions. Vitality has faced a few challenges as it relates to their HR systems, evaluation, and compensation platforms. One possible solution is to maintain the current system as it stands while making minor adjustments to improve overall efficiency. The second possible solution is for Hoffman and HR to revise the system entirely with new features through effective training and investment. The third solution is to have a middle approach where Vitality doesn't entirely get rid of their current evaluation system, but rather revises it and structures it to make it sure that it is generating the most success while building off the new features and benefits as well.
Vitality has had much success and has shown lots of growth and expansion, not only in the United States but internationally. They must come up with a plan to keep employees and managers interested and efficient in the company. The old structure in place for employees was showing signs of failure and something needed to be changed. As head of HR, Hoffman came up with a new system to manage human capital. He found it was better than the old system, but was it enough? The best way to resolve the central issue at hand is to not completely throw out the old system, but rather revise it and structure it to generate the most success. Hoffman needs to build off the new structure since it was already proving to work better than the old system. In order to make proper revisions, he must continue his research and analyze more data to make sure this new system will work to the best of his abilities. He should also work with employees and managers and get their feedback on what they would like to see out of the PMET and the system in place and what hasn't worked for them in the past. Noticing trends and failures from previous systems will help Hoffman to make the new system better than before. PMET needs to be focused mainly on facilitating high growth since that is the CEO's vision. Motivational strategies to keep employees effective and efficient, and they need to focus on adaptability due to previous global issues. Along with these focuses, PMET also needs to recognize proper evaluating systems that keeps employees and managers happy so that they will want to continue to work with Vitality. After perfecting this new system with lots of internal opinions, ideas, and/or input, Hoffman must make sure the new system won't be too costly or too unattainable so that the board members and executives can support him and help implement and roll out PMET's new performance evaluating systems. This project needs to be effective and efficient while keeping in mind the board members' goals and visions. Once everything is planned out and finalized, Hoffman will have to present the project to the board and get it approved. After this, Hoffman will have to organize how the new system will be implemented, and he will have to train managers on how to properly evaluate their employees. He will also have to let the whole company know about the changes being made to their work structures. After a certain amount of time, Hoffman must reevaluate the newly implemented structure to see if it's been successful and accomplished what the board expects. He will then have to make tweaks and revisions if necessary to ensure the longevity of the system. He must also keep in mind that Vitality is on track to expand, which will require an increasing amount of human capital. The system must be able to handle the growth and still thrive. This might require certain edits or tweaks to the structure. Fred Kikuchi started a company called Vitality Health Enterprises in 1987 because there was a lack of quality in certain products compared to available products in other nations. Kikuchi started small but began expanding and eventually hit international markets. Despite global issues, Vitality adapted and continued to expand. Due to global economic problems and personal health issues for Kikuchi in 2008, Vitality had to recruit a new CEO, and they chose Beth Williams. She put James Hoffman in charge of HR for the company, and he was tasked with overseeing performance management within the company. Hoffman noticed the current system was not as effective as it needed to be to support company growth. He got to work on creating a new system that would help Vitality thrive and fix their central issue at hand, which is hindering performance, profitability, and expansion.